Again, guys, we have one of our wonderful client, Monica. Okay, and she's killing it right now as usual. Uh, by the way, she literally quit her job like 3 months ago. Okay, and she bet on herself. By the way, and she literally went from zero to $20,000 a month. Okay, which is crazy. And I really wanted her to share her own experience, like how's everything going for her so far, and what is her plan moving forward. Okay, so welcome, Monica, on our YouTube channel. How did you found us, buddy? I'm very curious. Like, how did you found us?
So I appreciate that welcome. I found you on YouTube. I found you on YouTube when I was first looking up. Like I knew I needed some help with my ads because I got the sales process, all of that I can handle. Just the ads, and it was just a pain in the butt. So trying to figure it out, trying to try out this and doing it myself, and it just wasn't working for me. So
Yeah.
just decided to bring in. I had seen some other testimonials, so I was like, well, why not? The worst thing that could happen is I don't get leads, and that would be. But I'm sure you'll do a much better job than what I was doing. So I just decided to jump in.
Yeah, like most people don't understand like why they need to hire us. First thing, like running ads for credit repair business is literally a pain in the butt. The reason being is like, there are so many restrictions when it comes to ad policies. You need to make sure that, like all the ads that you run are constantly approved, or else like your whole ad account will be shut down. Like this is like, by far the like worst case, like, that we have seen so far. That's the one thing. Like, and the second thing is like, of course, you need to delegate your task that you're not good at. Of course, I'm not saying you're not good at, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of
I wasn't,
marketing.
so it's cool. You can say it.
Yeah. So I mean, like I'm pretty sure, like, that was like by far the best decision that you ever took.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And it was because at the time when I first started my credit repair company, I still had a full-time job. So
Mm,
where I was working 50 hours a week and trying to just facilitate my calls during after hours or on my lunch break or on the weekend, it was just tying up way too much of my time just to manage the ads as well.
yeah.
So I didn't want to deal with that, right? And then not only that, with not having so much time, I needed the quality of ads to be there.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
And then
And
after we talked, it
Mhm.
was like, well, I just need one deal to cover it. So if you can get me one more deal per month, it's worth it.
For sure. And like, did you quit your job like before you started working with us, or it was like after you started working with us?
I quit my job 3 weeks after I started working with you.
Ooh. So you
Three
basically
weeks.
saw the potential.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw the potential before. It was a matter of I got to make sure that it was going to be there. But what I
Mm,
realized is once you started running the ads for me and the ads started flowing, like and the leads started coming in, I was losing money when I was going to work.
mm,
So I wasn't trying to leave any of my money on the table, and not to say like I left a six-figure job. So just leaving a six-figure job to say, hey, I'm going to jump out on my own while it was scary, just having your team behind me and just being
yeah.
really supportive and just really confident. And like I love over communication, and you guys over communicate, which I love it. So the check-ins, I love it. That's all on point. But that helped me be more confident about saying, hey, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do my own thing. And here we are.
Yeah. I mean, like, do you remember like whenever you like dropped any question in our group, like how much time it actually takes for us to communicate with you?
If there's any lapse in time, like almost immediately before I can put my phone down, right? You back, you're back at it. Like I look for the "What's up, boss?" text. I look for that, So
Yeah.
even before you need anything, you guys are always checking in. So I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, because we are obsessed with our clients. Like if
Yeah,
we fall into like loving our clients' problem, like we'll basically get like what we want. So it's like, if we
right.
take care of you, like you guys will take care of us anyway, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, like it's the same thing with like any other businesses as well. Like, that's a popular quote from Jeff Bezos, which is like, if you take care of the people that are, buying your services, then they will take care of you for sure,
That's
you
right.
know. So
That's right.
just take care of like, your clients, and they'll make you rich. They'll just make you rich.
Always, always. But and then in the process, like you realize that helping out the client actually adds a different type of value to you
Yeah,
because then people start talking about you.
I agree.
Just come up in general conversation in my household. So like you and your team's work come up like, hey, Harshall's doing his thing, Harshall and team over there doing their thing with the ads because it's so cool because the leads flow sometimes even at dinner where my phone it's blowing up. It has the leads, it has my IG popping, right? And even though the autoresponder is always there, it's the business owner in me that still wants to say, hey, what's that say? What's that say? What's that say? I wanted to check in, but just really being confident that your team has the back end locked in and that my team has done a good job at locking in processes makes
Yeah.
everything flow better.
Y- Yes, boss. I agree. Like how like what made you get into like credit repair business in the first place?
So not only do we offer credit repair, we help with student loans and like garnishments. So if you're having problems with your student loans, like a lot of people are going through it with public service loan forgiveness right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we started out just saying, hey, just even like basic consulting about student loans. But that's what I've been doing for the past 8 years. So which is student loan consulting. So it came from that, just in having a passion for it because, even fixing my own credit and then helping some family members out with theirs, helping some friends out with theirs, and being able to be a source of guidance for people who have bad credit, need help with garnishments, need help with student loans. I became that go-to person. So it was like, well, let me turn this into a business. We monetize our skills, and then the ones that we actually really, really like, we're going to make even more money from it, right? And then it's just an added cherry on top that we actually like what we do.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
what
a
made me
passion.
decide. Yeah, absolutely.
And like, how's your experience working with us so far?
So far, we're cool, Harshal. Like we are cool. It definitely business definitely wouldn't be where it is right now without the help of your team. And so far, it's just like the compilation from the ads and the customer service that you guys provide and making sure that everything is customized, making sure that everything is a solution for my business makes me feel a
Yeah,
lot better today. Even from the beginning of just down to my ad. Like I looked at the ad and it's only been running for a little while, but it has over 20,000 views now.
yeah,
So, crazy reach because after like 10, it starts getting, the likes get crazy and the shares get crazy. So it's cool. But just working with your team has eased the process of me gaining clients and the trust that my clients have in me just because I'm not like, hey, I got to get to the next client. I got to get to the next client because I already know my leads are going to flow in, which
yeah,
provides a lot of ease. Because part of the problem is a lot of credit repair companies don't have leads. So they're on social media all day or they're chasing it. And then when they finally get someone on the phone, it's so much pressure because they don't know where their next lead is coming from. So that's a
yeah.
dangerous position where you don't know where your next lead is coming from.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you
I
don't
know.
have like steady flow of like, leads or like clients, I mean, like, your business is nothing for sure. Like, eventually it's
That's
gonna
right.
run away.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's
So far,
it's
so
like,
good.
yeah. And like, how many client acquisition channels do you have right now? Like, do you only have us as a source, or like you also have like multiple different ones currently?
So currently we have a real estate source. So we've built some relationships with real estate professionals. We have built relationships with solar professionals and we built relationships with auto dealers. So
Hmm.
along with having those ads, we currently have those other three channels as well. And I'm looking at every month adding a channel because it only takes what I also figured out is I only have to make one funnel for those clients, right? So
Hmm.
making that one funnel, being able to customize that sale to that one client, and it's the same services they get, except for it's tailored for them,
Hmm.
which that's just the difference in wording. So we've got that down pat. So just having a steady flow of leads coming in where I know that you're going to pull those leads from Instagram. I can focus more on a referral based business as well.
Mm,
So
yeah.
that leads to, that's where it is. That's where it is. So
Mm,
having the two work together is where like that generation of income is going to come from down the road.
mm. I agree. Let's talk about some numbers, okay? So
Sure.
right now you're on your way, like this month you're gonna do 20 grand.
Yep.
And like what was last month, like in February? Like how much you did?
So last month we hit around in built revenue was around 14.
14 grand.
New revenue was around 14. In January, our first month, we hit 10. Last month, it would have been a little bit higher, but what I did was I scaled back some of the processes so I could build them back up so that everything will be
Yeah.
a little more automated to go towards this month. And we're gonna double it. So it's gonna like this is gonna get even better. And then
Yeah.
we've already talked about like, hey, we're gonna add people so we can add some ad spend there. And
Yeah.
that's how we're gonna go.
I agree. I agree. How much do you like currently charge for your services?
It depends. So a lot of our clients are just needing credit repair, but some have student loans and some have garnishments. So our services range anywhere from $795 up to $2,000.
Makes
So
sense.
we do have high ticket items. Yeah.
Mm. And like what if somebody can't afford it? Like do you also have like payment plans, and how do you break down those payment plans?
It depends on the client. It depends on the client
Mm.
because when you're listening to people, part of the beginning of your call is seeing exactly what their financial situation is. So if they're already struggling, I don't want to make a payment plan, or if they're already struggling, maybe I do want to make a payment plan. It depends on that rapport. So saying, hey, we're going to offer a payment structure, not for every single client. No,
Mm. That makes sense. Yeah, that's a huge
not for every
golden
single.
nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're very big on conversation, doing our research, and making sure that at the beginning of the call we're setting that rapport so that that client feels comfortable talking about their financial situation.
Hmm.
And what we found is that clients will tell you their exact situation they're in. When you drop your price, they'll decide then whether you've presented enough value. Because one thing is, we figured out that it's not that people don't have money.
Hmm.
People have money, Harshal. It's just a matter of if they want to give it to you or not, right?
Ah.
So it's where we provided enough value. If someone tells you no, does that mean no or does that mean not right now?
Hmm.
Or if we're going to break up a payment, is this breaking up a payment content? What type of contingencies are there? So we make sure that the client knows exactly what they're getting into, as far as like how long this is going to take, how long we're willing to tailor that process to them. But each client, we try to customize something for them.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And like, how's your sales process like right now? So let's say like, we're running your ads, okay, which we are.
Mhm.
And like, once we start running ads on IG and Facebook, so they see the ad, they click on send message. After they reach out to you, like, are you guys scheduling an appointment, or are you guys like, trying to take them on call as soon as possible? Like, how's your like,
Yeah, we try to get them on a call as soon as possible, but as soon as they send the ad, they get an automated message that says,
yeah.
"Hey, thank you for reaching out. Here's the when your time permits, go ahead and click this link, schedule a call." But what I'll do is, if I'm available, I'll go ahead and shoot them a message and say, "Hey, I'm here. I'm glad you reached out," and try to use their first name and talk to them. And then
Mm,
that way, I'll let them know, like, "Hey, I have a few minutes in between calls. If you're available, I'm available."
mm.
Or I'll straight out ask Partial, what's your number so I can give you a call now?
That makes sense. That makes sense. So they see the ad, they click on I want to fix my credit. After that, you have basically have automated message that
Mhm.
basically lets them schedule an appointment if they want, or else if you're free, you basically shoot them message like saying like if you're like just send me a number and I'll try to get on the phone.
That's
Makes
it.
sense.
That's it.
And like how long does your like consultation call typically last?
Because we do an in-depth credit review, like okay, so first let me explain our process for
Yeah.
getting let's say they did set an appointment. Okay.
Mm,
If they set an appointment, They get a few email confirmations and they get a few text confirmations. Each one
Nice.
of those email confirmations and text confirmations reminds them to pull their credit report before they get on the phone with
Mm,
us. So we don't actually, unless it's a fresh call, like, hey, what's your number? I'm going to call you now. We actually don't even take clients who say, hey, I didn't get a chance to pull my credit report, because we want them to be ready for that call. We
yeah.
want to know that their due diligence and said, hey, you know what? Let me be serious enough to
Yeah.
go ahead and pull my credit. And then that way, that call lasts anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, because we
Mm,
do an in-depth analysis of these are the problems on your credit. Every single time, Harshal, we tell them something they don't know about their credit. Every single time.
value.
So yeah, every single time we tell them something. So that's why, and we have done some sales where it's like they say, "Hey, I need help with my credit." We already know we can help, right? We already know we can deliver the service. But it adds so much value to say, "How? This is how we can help you. We can
Mhm.
remove the 3 past due payments that you have with, Fingerhut, because everybody has a Fingerhut account on there."
Yeah.
So Fingerhut. So we can get those 3 accounts removed for you. And they're happy to know that we took the time to actually look at their personalized credit report.
Mm, that makes sense. That makes sense. And like usually, do you take all of your payments on the call itself, or do you like send them an invoice? Like how does that go for you?
I used to send an invoice, Harshal. I used to. But now, nope. Let's get it right here while we're on the call. While we're on the call. Let's complete the sale while we're on the call. And just really like getting them to commit to it, because
Mm,
you're on the phone now. You took the time to take a call because you know you needed help.
mm,
So any more thinking, you're going to think yourself out of it. We know how that
mm.
goes, right? Because while you have someone's attention, like if someone has my attention, they have my attention. Once my attention's gone, it's it.
Yeah.
So
And like your chances of closing them, it actually decreases by like I think 60 to 75%. I think so.
probably more than that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean like
Yeah.
I don't even remember like when was the last time I never took my like payment on the call itself. Like
Yeah.
usually like back then I used to do the same thing, which is like sending them an invoice and yeah man, that's fine, you can do it later on,
Mhm.
until and unless somebody is giving me the genuine reason that they don't have their card info. I
Right.
mean like rest is bullshit. I mean
Yeah.
come on
If
bro.
your big toe ain't falling off, then go ahead and give me that card number.
And
Let's
I literally call them out. I literally call them out.
Yeah.
Like come
Yeah.
on bro, do you really want to do this? Like stop
That's
bro, like
right.
stop. you know
That's right.
it's I
Right.
just don't want to chase you like after like couple of different times. I don't want to follow up with you and mess things up. Instead you can
Yeah.
literally do it right now, or else all good.
That's it.
So
That's it.
yeah.
So, and it's a like when you're wrapping up the call, it's part of the call. So it's like, hey, let's go ahead and get this taken care of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a copy of the invoice, and I'm going to go ahead and enter your information here. You have a couple different options. You can use Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Which one's going to work for you? I'm ready
Amex.
when you are. There
Amex.
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And you go from there. That's it.
I think your card on file is also an Amex, so
Yeah.
a secret.
Yeah, it is. It is Namex. Yep. I need those
Yeah.
rewards. I need those rewards.
That's
It
crazy.
is.
So, how do you get your client results? Like, do you have it in-house, or do you outsource like your client results part to like someone else?
Yeah. We outsource our results. We
Gotcha.
outsource that actual process. Yeah. And it's a process that was designed by us. Except for we do outsource that part just because they do it a lot better than us. It's kind of like
I
the
agree.
ads.
I
I
agree.
figured out like I could do this, but you're better at it than me,
Yeah.
then it has brought you on the team. When I
Yeah.
figured out that I could get clients results and that a lot of my clients like, hey, you know what? Oh, okay, they're getting great results too. Let's partner up. So that's what
Hmm.
happened with that.
How,
So we
how
do
much?
outsource.
How much do they charge for outsourcing? Like, is it per client?
It, yeah, it depends, but it's fairly reasonable. It's fairly reasonable. But like I said, we offer 3 different services: the credit repair, the student loans, and the garnishments.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
How's your like conversion like right now? Like, what's your conversion ratio for all the inquiries or leads we get?
yeah. We're closing 1 to 2 clients a day.
Mm,
So of the about I'd say around 8 to 10 get to the inbox.
mm,
We have a conversation. We're at about a 50% close rate.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
It's
fifty
good.
percent close rate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As long as
yeah,
we don't have 15%, it's good.
yeah, yeah. Not 15, not 15.
Yeah, because
If
that's
it's
like the
15, I need to
average.
call it Rob.
Yeah. Uh, so this is the final round of this call.
Sure.
Okay, so in this
Okay,
particular segment, what we actually do is we basically do a sales call role play where
okay,
I'll act as a client and you can act as a Monica, of course,
okay,
and we'll basically go through like how you would handle your consultation. So in that way, people will get an
okay.
idea what exactly they could speak out for and they could learn from it. Okay,
Perfect,
so
perfect.
yeah, let's say I reached out to you, okay,
Okay,
and we are having like a conversation, and then you called me. Then after
okay.
that, what?
All right. All right, so you already scheduled your appointment. You've already gotten the link to go ahead and get your credit report pulled, and everything. All right, so I'm calling you now. Hey, Harshal, this is Mo from Upstatus Consulting. You reached out about getting help with your credit. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm staying out of the way, Harshal. But look, I'm not even gonna take up too much of your time here. So you reached out about getting help with your credit. So tell me a little bit about your credit situation. What's going on?
Yeah, so like I currently have like bankruptcy and student loan.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I'm
Student
not
loan.
familiar with that. Okay, by the way, but I'm just saying
Yeah, yeah,
like I have
yeah,
a
yeah.
student loan. I'll keep it student loan. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I currently have a student loan.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's what weighing my credit right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. Bankruptcy and student loans. Whew. Okay, okay. I got you. So now let me also ask you this, Harshal. Like, what was your reason for reaching out? Like, I know you said you want to solve your bankruptcy problem and your
Hmm.
student loan problem, but what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to purchase a house, a car? What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm thinking about purchasing a car as well as home in
Okay.
like next like 7 8 months.
Okay. 7 or 8 months. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good time frame. That's a good time frame. Well, let's jump right in here.
Mm.
Harshal, did you get a chance to pull your credit report?
I do. I did. Yeah. So I pulled it.
Okay. Okay, good deal. Let me pull that, take a look at it. So that's when I grab the
Yeah.
credit report in their file and everything. All right, so I see here, Harshal, I see exactly what you're talking about here. And then I go over everything that's on their credit report. And I'll say, make sure you're taking notes. Make sure
Mm.
you're writing this down. So also make sure your client understands exactly like what's going on their credit report. So
Mm.
we use Credit Hero Score. So with Credit Hero Score, it kind of breaks it down in the audit. They get to look at exactly what we're looking at. So they're going through the audit. It's telling them like, hey, Harshal, you have 10 delinquencies here. I even break it down further. With this delinquency, it says that you were late 13 times. With
Damn.
this delinquency, it says you were late 12 times.
Mm.
So then you go down and you're looking at like, wow, you have a lot of inquiries. Okay, perfect. So after we look at and analyze their credit report, then we go down to the actual solution. Okay,
Mm.
Harshal. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a tailored solution just for you, right? So
Mm.
we're going to go ahead and get your late payments taken care of, your bankruptcy taken care of for you. This is a process, but let me ask you this, Harshal. Harshal, are you able to sustain your bills and make sure you're able to pay on time over the next 3 to 6 months?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I just need that commitment to you. Also, Harshal, can you commit to making sure that you're going to meet up with us every 30 to 45 days? Because we're going to hold you accountable as we want you to hold us accountable.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay. And Harshal,
Correct.
what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put you in with another, like our group. We have a support group. And with that support group, you're going to have other people who are just like you. We're training them financial habits and financial mindset and just other ways to really take good care of themselves through the process of credit repair. Because the process of credit repair, getting your student loans taken care of and going through like a financial transformation here, you're going to
Mm.
need some support. So we want to make sure that we have your back on that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally okay. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get all that taken care of. Now, the only thing on your end that you take care of, we do have a fee for our service, Harshal. But I
Mm.
mean, considering the fact that you have this bankruptcy and your student loans, we're going to take care of both of those for you in the matter of a few months. The only thing you're taking care of is a one-time fee of $995.
Ooh, that's expensive.
I get it. Is it expensive? Is it the cost or the price? What are you asking me?
It's the cost. I really can't afford it.
Okay. Now, other than the fee, is there anything else stopping you from moving forward?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, Harshal, earlier when we were talking, you talked about how you needed a house for your family, right?
Yeah.
We can't let $995 stop you from getting a house. We cannot do it. So, here's what I'm going to do. Harshal, I'm going to go ahead and get my team on this for you. Okay. So, as long as you can handle a down payment, we'll go ahead and take care of everything for you. Fair enough?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
All right. And then we close it.
Mm, there's what's up. How would you handle like the specific objection, which is I need to speak to my wife? I'm curious. I need
Okay.
to, yeah, partner.
When someone sets an appointment with us, we specifically ask, are you the person that makes the decisions? And do you need anyone else's permission to make a decision?
Mm,
So if they need someone else to make that permission to make the decision, then we go ahead and ask that person be on the call as well. That
mm,
completely eliminates that.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yep.
I'm
So,
pretty
but the
sure
thing
like
is,
most, yeah, like most clients would, or like people who are watching this would have this question for you. Like, what are the questions you have actually entered on your like appointment link? Like name, phone number, and email. After that, what are the other questions that you have added there?
yeah, yeah, you want their name, their phone number, their email. You want to ask them what their specific questions are. I mean, what their
Mm,
specific situation is. You want to know if they're already in a financial hardship, because
mm,
if they're already in a financial hardship, you don't want to put them in a situation where they're making another monthly payment.
mm.
And because the bottom line is, if they're choosing between you and food, you're gonna lose. So so when I get on the phone with clients and they're like, hey, they really like they've expressed that they really can't afford it. Like even
Yeah.
if we're breaking down their fee and they really can't afford it, what we're doing then is guiding them like, hey, this is what you need to do. Like set up a budget, make sure that we also have a group where I teach every Tuesday digital marketing skills,
Mm,
right? Like how to create digital products, how to use AI. So I teach you how to do a digital side hustle. So I tell you what, join my group over here, and I'm
yep.
going to teach you how to make money online so that you can gather up enough money and then you can get your credit taken care of.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's amazing. That's
So
going like
not
by
only
far.
is it another source of income
Yeah.
for my team, but it's a source of education and support for the client.
I agree. I like that. That's
Yeah.
like above and beyond for someone, for sure. It's like most
Yeah.
people give up if somebody says like they can't afford it.
No, it just means you can't afford it right now.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you want a house and you can't afford credit repair. You're really not ready for a house.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's get ready for a house.
yeah. And as you stated, it's like, it's not about who they can really afford it or not. It's about if they're really going to buy it from you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as
Mm-hmm.
long as they see that you can help them and they see the value in your services, they're gonna buy it for sure.
That's right. That's right. Because also, Harsha, realize like how long credit repair has been around. So
Yeah.
since credit repair has been around for so long, a lot of our clients have already been through credit repair before, right? So
Yeah.
they've seen it all before, heard it all before, or so they thought. So it's not a matter of who's going to repair your credit. Anybody can repair credit,
I
but who's
agree.
going to provide information with that as well,
Hmm.
and education or support for that. So we offer our clients a lot of support, like one-on-one consultations. Every 30 to 45 days, we're meeting with them. We have
Hmm.
their financial plan set up for them. So it's a far better value because they're getting education. Because if we're just out here just fixing people's credit, they'll be
Yeah.
right back next. So I don't want to do that next year. Next year I want to be able to help you get business funding. I
Yeah.
don't want to help you, I don't want to repair your credit again. So
Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty sure like so many people would have like learned so many things about like
yeah.
going into like deep insights. You literally broke down the whole call, as well as we went over like the constant objection that most people get, which is like I can't afford it and I need to speak to my wife or like husband. Like, have you seen any other like most common objection in your sales calls?
The other common objection is not even necessarily an objection, because remember, if you already know the problem that you want to solve, or if you're constantly checking in with them throughout the call,
Yeah,
like, hey, does this make sense? Or just reminding them of what they said, like, hey, you said you
yeah,
wanted to fix your credit here. They told you, you couldn't buy a house or you couldn't get a car because you had too many inquiries or whatever it was, right? You're constantly reminding them that this is the problem that we're solving.
yeah,
So with that, it eliminates a lot of the objections. But then the other one is, I don't get paid until Friday.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let me go
Mm,
ahead and set it up for you. Right? Let me go ahead and set it up. And you process all their information, you take all their information and you get them to tell you yes then. But see, the thing is, they have to still trust you enough to do that.
yeah, I agree.
Right? So they have to trust you enough. So it's all about like letting them know that you're going to be able to genuinely provide a solution for them.
Yeah. Do you think like I'll get paid on Friday is kind of a bullshit reason that they are giving? What do you think? Because I
Probably
feel
so.
like nowadays, I mean, like people have credit cards, and it's like,
Probably so.
yeah, I mean, like you can literally swipe your credit card and you can just pay it on Friday. I mean, what's the deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And it probably is, because remember, when you're looking at their credit report, what do you see? You see how much available credit they have, right? So, so if I see you have $1,000 available credit, oh yeah, that's for me. So okay, let's go ahead and get this taken care of now, and you just pay it back on Friday. And we come
Yeah,
up with the for that. So
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one last thing. It's like there is like another one. I need to think about it. Like, how would you answer that? Like, I need to think about it if someone says that to you.
okay, what exactly are you thinking about?
Like if I really want to do this.
Okay. Okay. So you reached out, and when you reached out originally and you filled out the form, you said that you wanted to try to get a house. So are you making a question as to whether you're wanting to get a house right now? You don't have the money for that, or you're not really sure if you want to get a house right now, or are you considering that you don't want to work with us to help you get that house? Which one of those? I just want to make sure I'm
Uh
sending you the information when I get in contact with you again.
yeah, I think house maybe, I don't know.
Okay. So you're not sure if you want a house yet?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Okay. I can understand that. I can understand not wanting to own a house, because I mean, I already know from personal experience something is always happening. But but either way, when we were looking at your credit report, you've got to do something with this car payment, because your car payment is only 30,000. Your car loan is only 30,000, but you're paying $700 a month for this car.
Hmm.
So, by the time that you spend to continue to think about it, you've already made 18 payments on this car payment, and you've
Hmm.
already paid more than what the fee is to get this taken care of. So we go ahead and
Yeah,
solve this problem for you. The fee is going to take care of itself in a couple months.
for sure. For sure. Yeah. I think like most people have learned like so many things out of this, and I'm pretty sure they would be happy about it. Hopefully this guys go ahead and like implement everything that you literally taught right now.
I hope so. I hope so. And then, like, even if you're like needing some help with just even the verbiage of some things,
Yeah.
shoot me a message. I'll be glad to give you the game. Shoot me a message.
Yeah, like if you want, maybe I don't know if you'd like to do this.
Sure.
If not, that's fine. Like maybe you could have a sales script. Like we could just add it for free if people want it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, if you'd
Absolutely.
want to do that, yeah, I'll
Absolutely.
leave the link if you could do that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they can feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram.
I got you. Yeah, so we'll also leave
Obviously.
your link down below. It's I think
Okay.
Know the Closer, right? Mo the closer.
Yep, Mo the Closer. MOE. It's the same name in the box.
Yeah.
Mo the Closer.
Yep.
MOE.
I'll also leave it in the description box below. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
reach out.
also, yeah, send you the video. So maybe if people have like any certain questions about like the things, and maybe you could answer it directly.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate this, Harshal. And it was more than a pleasure to get a
Thank you.
chance to tell everybody how great it has been working with your team. Like I said, my business wouldn't be where it is without having the support of your team, being able to provide those leads and consistently. So I definitely appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, this is just a beginning. And remember, like we are soon meeting in Dubai. So that's what's
We
up.
are soon meeting in Dubai, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, me and my partner, we've already planned that thing out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll be excited to meet you guys soon in Dubai. I got you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, this is great, Harshal.
Yeah. So guys, again, like if you are really looking to get more credit repair leads and if you need more clients, then you can schedule a call. And if you have any specific questions from Monica, then you can also leave that in the comment downs below. I'm also going to leave her Instagram handle in the description. But please make sure that you're not constantly bombarding her with the messages. She is busy with her life, busy with handling her business. So just make sure that you are aware of it. So I just wanted to put that out there. Or we'll
Appreciate
just
it.
constantly have a
Appreciate it.
conversation. Yeah, I just don't want our clients to get disturbed with it.
No
So
problem, no problem. But if they ask me about you, like if they're messaging me to ask me about should they work with you, absolutely they should.
yeah, like
Absolutely.
you don't need to ask on IG. Like literally you got the answer here. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Like
uh, that makes sense.
let's
But
go.
yeah, I got you. So I really appreciate your time. It's like I think we are like 40 minutes into the recording so far. But I really
Absolutely.
appreciate your time. Thank you for doing this. And yeah,
No
until
problem.
next time, let's get it.
Problem. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, boss.